this is Arunava Chaudhuri, and you are on my YouTube channel, Arunfoot. April 19, 2025 will go into the history of Indian football as a dark day. And I say why. The AIFF Appeals Committee announced their order following an interim order earlier. And I first quote what the AIFF put out as a press statement. As per an order received from the AIFF Appeals Committee on Saturday, April 19, 2025, on the appeal by Namdhari Football Club regarding match number 45 of I-League 2024-2025, Churchill Brothers FC, Goa, who have the highest number of points in the league, are now the champions. So what does this AIFF Appeals Committee order mean? The interim order was to give Namdhari FC 3 points back against Inter Kashi, and due to that, Churchill Brothers had more points on the table than Inter Kashi, and therefore are now named as champions of the I-League. Now, why do I say that this is wrong? Because we have to go back to the original case of Kletson Silva, and the question is, if a player is suspended for X number of yellow cards, for a red card, for a yellow red card, whose duty is it to ensure that the player is eligible or not? And as I have learned it, and as I have implemented at my clubs, it is on my watch as a club to ensure that if a player is ineligible, I don't field him. It talks about ethics and morale. I faced that. The first ever match of the Indian Super League. Nicholas Anelka had a ban with West Bromwich Albion in the Premier League. 5-match ban. He sat out 2 of them. 3 more to go. We lost Nico for 3 matches. I have a precedent on that. So therefore, it's my duty. And the appeals committee has turned around its original verdict, also saying that, you know what, we didn't give Namdhari the chance to appeal all of this. So, because due process afterwards was not kept, you are saying that a wrong judgment is right. So, is this the new norm of Indian football, that you do some mistake here or there, but hey, it doesn't have any effects afterwards? Because that's the message that once more the All India Football Federation is giving. Because I have even more questions, pressing questions. How can the AIFF president in an EXCO meeting congratulate Churchill Brothers a few days ago? How can the Chief Minister of Goa congratulate Churchill Brothers on winning the title, when this appeals committee judgment was not even supposedly final? A lot of questions are being raised. And what does Inter Kashi do? Inter Kashi now wants to head to FIFA. Went to CAS. Because you can't go to FIFA. What is CAS? Court of Arbitration of Sport. The highest body in the world, the final body to decide on something of a sporting matter. Inter Kashi's, what I would say, very well-worded statement reads, Inter Kashi welcomes the order of the AIFF Appeals Committee following a protracted process which should have been wrapped up before 6th of April. 6th of April, that was the last day, match day of the I-League. The conclusion of the hearing, and with it the exhaustion of all internal dispute resolution processes, enables Inter Kashi to approach the Court of Arbitration for Sport, in brackets CAS, for a truly free and fair hearing on the matter. So that's already putting some blame on the appeals committee. Further it goes, from the very beginning, Inter Kashi has been clear that the case involves a simple interpretation of rules and regulations based on some undisputed facts. Inter Kashi will keep no stone unturned to secure justice, and any celebration in the interim may ultimately prove to be premature in nature. As I say, I feel a very, very well worded club statement. And the loser in all of this? Indian football once more. The people in and around the AIFF have to ask themselves the question, are you really serving Indian football? Or are you serving certain individuals? And this is dragging us down even further. Indian football has a lot of issues, a lot of problems at this moment and at this time. The I-League, how it was started with the whole issue of clubs not wanting to play initially without a broadcaster, and how it's now ended, sums up. And CAS, and that is very, very clear to me, will take a decision according to the rules and regulations and not according to the interpretation of certain individuals. Let's see what happens. The next chapter will be written. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have something to add? Write them down in the comments below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to Arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other social medias. Visit arunfoot.com. And I'll be back very soon. So now, Chaudhuri signing off. Bye.